Okay, let's get into it. We are doing a deep dive on a Korean series that I think really changed the game this year for the boys love genre.
It absolutely did.
We're talking about Ball Boy Tactics.
And for you listening, it's fascinating because of its scale versus its impact.
Hmm.
This series came out in 2025, and it's so concise.
It's tiny.
Yeah, just 8 episodes. The whole thing is under 4 hours. And it's a very classic romance, really, between two athletes who are polar opposite.
Right, you have this shy uh, former gold medal gymnast and then this superstar college basketball player.
And that's the core of it.
The series is an adaptation of Webtoon by Hyeok, and it just got immediate praise for raising the bar for Korean BL. We're talking about like next level production.
Oh, the visuals are incredible.
Oh. Character dynamics and this just electrifying chemistry that kept everyone binge watching. So our mission here is to figure out what that magic formula was.
Exactly. We're going to explore why these two characters, Jiwon and Jungwoo, clicked so perfectly, where the show really soared, and maybe where the story kind of stumbled a bit in the end.
So let's start with the setup because it's all built on that perfect opposites attract dynamic. Our protagonist is Jiwon.
Played by Yeom and Hyeok.
He was this powerhouse gymnast, a gold medalist, but he retires early after an injury. And in doing so, he really disappoints his coach. He doesn't just walk away from fame, he runs from it.
And he runs towards photography, which tells you everything you need to know about his mindset.
How so?
Well, he says he loves it because a photo can still turn out beautiful even when it isn't perfect. Think about that compared to elite gymnastics, where perfection is the only goal.
Wow. That's such a good insight. It explains why he's so nervous and shy, so uncomfortable with any kind of spotlight.
And you see it in how he dresses. The baseball caps, the oversized hoodies.
That's not just a style choice.
No, it's armor. It's a shield he uses to hide, to make himself seem smaller.
Exactly. And then on the complete other end of the spectrum, you have Jungwoo.
The star basketball player, played by Choi Hyeok.
This guy is just pure swagger. He's handsome, he's popular, and he loves the attention. He just soaks it all up with his little smirk.
Total natural confidence. So their first real meeting, after Jiwon sort of develops this secret crush from afar, it's memorable.
Memorable is one word for it. It's fantastic. Jiwon's out with classmates. He gets pressured into drinking way too much, and he gets that liquid courage.
Uh-oh.
He marches right up to Jungwoo, this campus celebrity, and just demands a ride home. Treats him like an Uber driver.
Your nerve. And Jungwoo is just stunned, but he does it.
He does it. He drives him home safely.
Yeah.
And that moment, it breaks the ice, but it also shows you who Jungwoo is. He's a decent guy.
And he proves it later, right? He
Wow.
starts keeping an eye on Jiwon's drinking, making sure it doesn't happen again.
It's protective. It shows he's not just a smirk and a pretty face.
So once that ice is broken, the story falls into a more familiar rhythm. They end up in the same class.
Of course they do.
And Jungwoo pulls Jiwon into his friend group. He introduces him to his basketball teammates, Sungjin and Yuno.
And this is where the writing gets really clever with the usual tropes. Sungjin is a huge, longtime fan of Jiwon's gymnastics career.
And Yuno was his elementary school classmate.
Which are classic BL setups, right? Childhood connection, the secret admirer. There are shortcuts to intimacy.
But the show avoids that with the main couple. Jungwoo has no past connection to Jiwon at all. He's a total stranger. It makes their attraction feel more immediate, more earned.
Based purely on chemistry. And speaking chemistry, we have to talk about Jungwoo.
Oh, we have to.
The fan reaction to this character was just off the charts. It's all because of the actor, Choi Hyeok. The show never has to explain why Jiwon falls for him.
You just get it.
Instantly.
The reviews are almost funny in how much they praise him. They talk about his natural confidence, how dreamy he is. One specifically mentioned the smirk, the piercing gaze, and the veins in his biceps.
I mean, okay. But the key is that his cockiness never becomes annoying.
Right. It's balanced with this genuine kindness. He's thoughtful with Jiwon. He's reassuring. And that's what makes the confidence so sexy.
So the show uses that dynamic to build tension, but it does it with comedy, using Jiwon's complete social awkwardness.
The secondhand embarrassment is real. Like when he accidentally shows Jungwoo his phone and it has his stalker-level search history about Jungwoo's love life on it.
Or when he panics and tries to deny that Jinro is attractive and then blurts out that he only dates with marriage in mind.
The panic on his face. It's hilarious, but it also makes the payoff so much better when they finally get there.
And they get there in episode 4, the lead up to the first kiss. It felt so much richer because they connect emotionally first.
Yes. Jiwon, who hides everything, finally shares his passion for photography with him.
And in return, Jungwoo invites Jiwon into his world, to a basketball game. He's inviting him to see his public identity.
And the wardrobe in that scene is just perfect. It's all symbolic.
Jiwon takes off the cap and hoodie. The shield is gone.
And Jungwoo is out of his uniform, wearing something softer, more casual. They're showing their real selves to each other.
Right before that kiss. It's so smart.
The kiss was instantly iconic. And Jiwon's line afterward just says it all. I feel like I'm melting.
Who wouldn't be?
Okay.
But then once that physical tension is resolved, the show pivots right into the real conflict.
The anxiety. And it all kicks off with that famous, biconic revelation.
What a moment. Jungwoo just casually reveals he's bisexual during a group selfie.
No warning. His friends are completely blindsided. He's so casual about it, he even jokes about holding a press conference.
Okay, we have to pause on that. In a genre that can sometimes rely on really agonizing coming out scenes, how big of a deal was this for fans?
It was huge. People called it the gold standard. There's no drama, no tears, no self-doubt, just pure confidence in who he is.
That's swagger again.
And it makes him even hotter, frankly. But it also tells the audience that the conflict isn't going to be about his identity. It's going to be about Jiwon's anxiety.
Right. While Jungwoo is confidence personified, Jiwon is an overthinker. He's terrified of what a public, same-sex romance with a celebrity athlete would look like.
And that fear starts messing things up almost immediately. He tries to hide the relationship, like when he ruins their first movie date by inviting his friends along.
He turns it into this awkward group hangout. Jungwoo is so frustrated.
And then Jiwon's confidence just gets shattered when Seomjin, who's totally clueless, makes a casual, kind of homophobic comment about how Jungwoo would be better with a girl.
It sends him right back into that shell.
And this is where the biggest criticism of the show comes in. Jiwon's constant insecurity in the second half. It became, as one source put it, exhausting.
Viewers lost patience.
Yeah. The feeling was like you wanted to snap at the screen every time he whined again about hiding.
I get that it hurts the romance, but isn't his reaction pretty realistic, considering the pressure he was under as an athlete?
It is realistic, but the problem was how the show explained it. We find out really late that his low self-confidence comes from psychological abuse he suffered during his gymnastics training.
Which is a massive trauma.
A massive trauma that gets crammed into the last couple of episodes. The source argued it was just handled poorly.
That the tone didn't match.
Exactly. The first half of the show has this light, relaxing vibe. Then suddenly you're dealing with this really heavy theme of abuse, and it feels rushed. It felt less like deep character work and more like a last-minute excuse for his behavior.
That makes sense. Thankfully, the show had the side characters to keep people invested. We have to talk about Sungjin and Yuno.
Yes, they were the perfect comic relief. Sungjin is this goofy, clueless fanboy.
And Yuno is the snarky one with a massive secret crush on him. They balance each other so well.
And their chemistry was...
Wow. The sexual tension was off the charts. Fans are demanding a sequel, a Ball Boy Tactics 2, just for them.
Especially because Sungjin is just too dense to see what's right in front of him. That unresolved story became a huge talking point, and it all happens within this really polished production. The whole show just looks beautiful.
Every shot is so stylish, it really elevates the material.
I'm thinking of that dream sequence in episode 4, Jungwoo's sensual dream. It's just gorgeous, artistic filmmaking. That's why people say it set a new standard.
So despite that slump in the middle, the show really stuck the landing. It delivers a happy ending.
It does. And it knew exactly what fans wanted to see in that finale. The moment that pulled everyone back in was that final intimate scene.
Oh, the sex scene.
It goes on for a long time. The reviewer said it goes on forever.
The director slowed the footage right down to, as they put it, milk every ounce of passion. It definitely worked.
And it represents Jiwon's growth, too. By the end, he finds the confidence to come out, not to the world, but to his friends.
You already knew, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
But Sungjin was floored.
Which leads to maybe the best line of the whole series, when Sungjin does the math and just yells, "Half of us are gay."
It's perfect. So Jiwon ends the story partly out of the closet, and that final kiss in the library aisle is so symbolic of that.
They're in public, but still hidden. Not fully out, but not fully hiding anymore.
It's a huge step for him.
So looking back, Ball Boy Tactics really gave us a fun romance, incredible chemistry, and a meaningful, if bumpy, character arc for Jiwon. And Jungwoo's charisma just carried the whole thing.
Absolutely. Even with the pacing issues in the second half, the series succeeded. It raised the bar for production, for casting, and it delivered on the passion. It's a top-tier Korean BL.
But it did leave us with one big question, and this is what we want you to think about. The show builds up all this incredible tension between the side couple, Yeom and Jin,
So much tension.
but it deliberately refuses to give us a kiss. No confession. The reviewer said they felt passionately denied that payoff.
Which brings up a really interesting question. In a romance series, which is all about satisfying emotional payoffs, what does it mean when the writers hold back like that?
Is it just smart writing? Are they saving that juicy material for a sequel that everyone is already screaming for?
Or is it just frustrating? Does it feel like a refusal to give fans that 100% gay cast resolution they were hoping for? Almost like breaking a promise with the viewer? Something to think about.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next one.